We can start off on a nicer note. Quick mental health check. I know things are bad right now. Looking at this monthly candle, we're down just on Bitcoin 35%. That's rough. Bitcoin is trading back around the previous all-time high from the last market cycle. Ethereum is trading below the previous all-time high of the last market cycle. So I know it's rough. Hopefully y'all are surviving. If you're not liquidated, if you've got some dry powder left, if you're still able to be in the game, which is something we've been preaching for so long, you need to kind of preserve ammo so you can take shots when necessary. Hopefully some of y'all are still in that position. You haven't completely blown up, and even if you have, you can rebuild. But survival is so key, and I personally don't think it's over yet. Definitely getting closer. So if you're still here now, pat yourself on the back. By the end of this, you're going to be a true crypto OG. It's going to be worth it if you survive. So hopefully everyone's doing okay. I know during the last big crash, I had a lot of really kind of disconcerting and disheartening messages that I received. So hopefully everyone's staying safe and protecting themselves, making sure you got to do what you do to live life. At the end of the day, this is just money. This is just magic internet beans. What really matters is your health, your family, putting food on the table, getting up every day, doing what you got to do. So hopefully everyone's doing okay. I highly suggest you all get into the gym during this bear market as well. Like if you're feeling depressed or lethargic or upset because of what's going on in crypto, there is no better antidepressant than exercise. But I hope everyone's doing okay. I do care about you guys as much as I act like an asshole sometimes. I'm here for you, and I will continue to be here for you throughout the bear. What does capitulation look like? You're seeing it. Price is down 30% in the past 2 weeks. Multi-billion-dollar funds are liquidated. Protocols are becoming illiquid. They are imploding on themselves. Protocols like Luna, like Celsius are literally blowing up and are illiquid. That kind of shit is what's happening during capitulation. Massive drawdowns in price. Bad news coming out, price going down even more. People losing all of their fucking money. The chart looking like this. Doesn't mean it's over, but this is what capitulation looks like, in my opinion. Doesn't mean we can't have another 20 or 30% down candle, but this doesn't mean, okay, now it's capitulation. It's already happening. We're in it, boys. You're experiencing it. Everyone is freaking out. Yes, I do think we can still have a violent candle. I mean, this is capitulation, but it can get worse, right? Like it can definitely get worse, right? This was the first sell-off. This was down 16%. And then we traded down another 23%, then another 21%. Final capitulation down another 27%. From the top to bottom, down 50%, right? So if this is your point of breakdown here, let's assume, if this was our point of breakdown, right? 30K being like, okay, 30K is like 6K. It's holding. So if this was our point of breakdown, bottom to top, we're not even close to down 50% yet, right? 35. Maybe we bounce here a bit and then we dump another 20%, right? Let's assume we have 2 consecutive 30% dumps, and that's the capitulation finale from the top here, right? 50% move. So that could happen. Maybe we have a bounce, some relief, some sideways, and then another big dump. I don't know, but this is definitely the beginnings of capitulation. Absolutely. Things are imploding, prices going down massively. But what if stocks, which in my opinion still look awful, and by the way, we called the top on this too, Pico Precision, here's my level right there. Remember this? Everyone was calling bottom on Bitcoin. Everyone said the bottom was in. Everyone said stocks were going higher. And I said, this seems like a pretty key fucking back test here. That was the Pico top. The high of that candle is 4202.25. My level was like 10 points off of that. So this just broke a major swing low. So what if stocks puke way harder? Who fucking knows? So again, I'm not interested in just trying to call the bottom here. This is not enough of a reason for me to be like, oh, the bottom's in. If you have a plan where you're like, okay, I'm starting to buy Bitcoin here and I will buy all the way down to 10K. Again, you have a plan. Okay, where do you want to buy? What are your reasons? The 200 MA, previous all-time high, and then the monthly close. All of those are your reasons. Where's that idea wrong? I don't know. Below 8K. I don't know. 0. But you have a plan now. Now execute it. You buy some here. You buy some here. You buy some here. You buy some here. Your average price ends up being around here. Okay, let's assume you get all your fills. Your average price is here, but then boom, we get long sideways accumulation and then we start rallying. Who gives a shit that we bottomed at 9K? If your average price was 13 or 14, you're a legend in the next bull cycle. Same shit happened here. This is exactly what I did. I started buying early here, right? I bought early. When this broke down, I thought this was like I knew that this was gonna break, but I thought maybe we'll get something like this and back above. Took way longer. So I started buying here, here. I have buys on Twitter posted of here and $80 Ethereum. Bought more. My average ended up being between like 4 and 5K. I absolutely sold some on the way up here. And then when COVID happened, I managed to buy more at 6K. My average price on most of my spot Bitcoin in the last bull run was over $6,000. The bottom was 50% lower. Do you think I cared when I 10x'd? Absolutely not, because very few people bought at 3K and held all the way up. What was my plan? It was very simple, using the monthly. That's why I'm using the monthly for these levels here, because basically I said, okay, I'm buying down here. When we broke through here, I said, okay, if it comes back towards here, to me, this was just a very simple SR flip. There was my risk on my COVID bids. Bought some into the wick. I was wrong back below there. This would be the equivalent setup on today's chart. I don't think you're gonna you wanna wait till 35K to get involved personally. But again, this to here is a 50% drop. But if this does this, we get back above here, pretty damn sure the bottom is in. But who knows? I don't fucking know. I'm just talking shit. Real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to the partners on this video. So this video is in partnership with Syscoin. Syscoin is a blockchain platform that's trying to take the best of both Bitcoin's security and Ethereum's malleability and scalability and create a protocol that will allow people who are creating applications on the Web3 to do so on an awesome platform. I do own Syscoin personally. I want to be very clear about that. Syscoin's actually been around since 2014. They're continuing to grow the ecosystem, continuing to work on things and develop. Most recently, they've partnered with Pegasus, and Pegasus is now running their test net on the Syscoin platform. They've also just partnered with Decentralab. Another important part about that partnership is they're actually working with Chainport, which is the bridging service offered by Decentralab. So it's going to be a hard security next-gen cross-chain bridge, which will support full interoperability. So being able to chain your coins between different bridges is obviously something that's very important in DeFi. You want to take advantage of whatever farming and staking opportunities there may be on different blockchain protocols. You need to be able to bridge to them. They're continuing to grow. This is an ecosystem and a coin that has continued to iterate, make new partnerships, continue to grow the ecosystem. Thanks so much to Syscoin for obviously partnering with me on this video. Again, this is me talking my own book here. This is a project that I own and I believe in. So do your own research, obviously, before making any decisions at all. Where do I see SPX bottoming? That's a good question. Personally, after seeing this candle, for it to be followed by this, in my opinion, is bad. You could argue this is support, but based on what tech stocks are doing, all of them are trading back at pre-COVID levels. So you got to remember, SPX pre-COVID, PayPal, all those stocks that went crazy during COVID are trading at pre-COVID levels. So 3,200 to 3,400, I think is an interesting area. I don't know if we go back to the 2000s, but I wouldn't be surprised if we come back and tag this pre-COVID peak. Like if you look at a lot of these companies are trading well below their COVID fucking levels, by the way. So here was the COVID area for PayPal. It's trading way below. Microsoft's actually still holding up okay. COVID levels way down here. Tesla holding up. I mean, holding up is not the right word. What's a good example here? Do I have a stonks one? This is COVID. Full retrace. Netflix, where's COVID here? March 2020 is trading way below COVID levels. Way below. Twitter, right around here, right back at COVID levels. So a lot of these stocks have, Jesus Christ, that's an ugly chart. Robinhood, oh my God. So a lot of these stocks look like they've fallen, super far. So I don't know. That's kind of why I like this area back into those COVID lows. Or the COVID, where the COVID crash happened, maybe down there. I don't know though. Dollar looking mad bullish. Where do Bitcoin bull runs happen? Not when the dollar's looking like this. Look at this range on the dollar here. Look at this range on the dollar. We just broke out to the upside aggressively. The last Bitcoin bull run happened during this. The last bear market during this. So we're in a bear market. All the people, there's no correlation between the dollar and Bitcoin. Fucking idiots. Last bear market there, 2014 bear market, look at the dollar. 2014 bull market, dollar was going sideways and down. Like the biggest risk in my opinion, obviously, is the US just fully imploding and it being like fucking civil war because the recession gets that fucking bad and people are fucking rioting in the streets and all that shit, and then the US is just like fucking toast. I don't want to believe that, but who fucking knows if we have some sort of global meltdown. I don't know. That's beyond my ability to speculate on. I don't fucking know. I like to think that this is something that is designed to go up and to the right, and if it gets really ugly, it's still going to end up looking like this 10 years from now. And if that's the case, good news for crypto in my opinion.